Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with this wine bottle that I had. I am going to take some almondine colored paint and I'm going to sponge pounce the whole bottle. And I did 2 coats of this all the way around the whole bottle. And I just washed the bottle before I did it, removed the label. I have a friend who saves them for me and brings them over to me. Once I had it all painted and it was all fully dry, I am going to take some raffia, and I just grabbed a handful of it, and I'm going to wrap it around the top of the bottle, just kind of split it in half, and then I'm going to wrap that with a rubber band to hold it on. So I'm just going to pull that rubber band through. I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. This bottle was really tall. It's a big wine bottle. And I'm just going to get that all attached with the rubber band, and then I'm just going to take a piece of twine and wrap that around to secure it even more. So I'm just going to do a knot with the twine, then I wrapped it around the back and then back to the front and knotted it again. And then you can kind of mess with the raffia and pull it around to get it to look how you want. So I just kind of moved it all around, gave it a little trim on either side. I pulled some to the front for bangs. I'm just going to kind of get rid of the wiry look. I trimmed up the top as well. Once I had that all on there, I'm going to take a piece of burlap that I cut into a rectangle, and I just folded up one side. I didn't do any measurements or anything. I just cut it as big as I thought I would need it. And then I'm just going to secure that in the back, and I did that a little bit below the neck of the bottle. Then I'm just going to glue that into place. And then I'm going to take some twine and I'm going to gather up the top and I'm going to tie that off. Again, just pulling it on the front, tying it in a knot. Then I wrapped it again around the back side and came back through to the front to tie it in a knot to make sure that it was really secure. I know it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing, but I needed the bottle to stand so it wouldn't roll around. And then I'm just going to cut off the 2 little excess pieces. And then I just trimmed up the top here once I get to know where I wanted my hat to be, and then I could trim off the top so that there's plenty still sticking out from the top. And I did end up pulling some of that raffia out from there and made the little bangs. As you can see, I pulled it in the front and then just kind of trimmed it. Now I'm going to start making his face. So I'm going to do 2 teardrops for the eyes. And I'm just trying to get them both even. And then I'm going to do like an elongated triangle for the nose. So it's going to be like a chunky triangle. And then I'm just going to do a smiley mouth. So a circle with the 2 half circles. And then I'm going to add some lines into the nose to make it into a candy corn. So I'm just going to put a line there at the top and then one somewhere in the middle towards the bottom. Once I have that all finished, I'm going to take my black paint and I'm going to start painting his eyes. So I'm just going to outline where I did and then just fill it in. And I'm going to do that for both of the eyes. We're going to bring this little guy to life. So get that all filled in, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Once I have the eyes all finished, I'm going to take some pink, and I'm going to dry brush some on each one of the cheeks. So just on either side. And I want to do this before I paint the mouth. Once I have that all on there, now I can take the black paint and I can paint the mouth. So again, just tracing the line that I made already. Once I have the mouth all finished, I can start painting the nose. So, of course, I'm going to do the top one white. So I'm just going to trace the line that I made with my paint and then just fill it in. And this time I did the candy corn correct. So the first one is going to be white, the second one is going to be orange, and then the bottom one will be yellow. So again, I'm just going to follow the line, and then fill it in. And you can wait for each color to dry before you put on the next so that they don't blend into each other. Now I'm just going to use that same brush. I just pulled the paint off of it and then just going to start putting the yellow on. And then I go back after I finish painting them, after they're dry, I'm going to go back and just put another coat on just to make sure you don't see any of the pencil marks. And his face is turning out so super cute already. So once I have that all painted on there, now I'm going to take some white paint. I'm going to put a line at the bottom of each eye. Then I'm going to flip the paintbrush over, use the back side, and put a dot on each eye as well. Now I'm going to put 2 eyebrows, so just small lines right above the eyes. I always think eyebrows just give them so much more character. And that is it for the face. Next, I'm going to take a piece of homespun. I'm going to tie that around the twine that we used to tie off the hat. Then I'm going to take a square of homespun. I'm going to glue that onto the hat. And then I'm going to take a small piece of burlap. I'm going to glue that on top of that homespun. And I did that first, and I remembered that I wanted to put a little bit of raffia under, so I ended up pulling the burlap back off. So before you do that, you might want to add the raffia. So I just cut off a couple pieces of raffia, little scraps that I had, and I pulled that burlap back up, and then I put the raffia in there, and then I'm going to glue that burlap back down. And then I just took and added a button to the center of that, his little patch. And look how cute it is so far. Once I had that all on there, I am going to stand the bottle up, kind of arrange everything and get it all fixed how I want it. And then I'm going to take these lights that I got from Amazon, and it's got a cork one at the top with a light on it, and then plus the fairy lights that go down inside the bottle. So I'm just going to push all of those lights down inside the bottle. I wish I had gotten shorter lights for this because these were really long, but I guess it gives it a really good light, but it took forever to push all of these in here. So I just kept pushing them all in until they were all in there, and then I'm going to put that topper in, and the top is what has like a little control on it to turn it all on and off. So I'm getting that all pushed in there. Like I said, these were really long. And then I can put that light in, and that is it. This project is finished. I think this turned out so super cute. I absolutely love him, and he looks amazing lit up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.